Hey all you beautiful people, so today I'm going to be filming a video on my everyday makeup look. Now this look is very, what's that word? Oh no, it's gone from my mind. Illuminating. And I love just looking like I have a nice bronze, I like having a nice highlight, and I like looking like I'm always in summer pretty much, which is not the case, but I do live in Australia so it is kind of the case. So today I'm just going to be showing you what products I use and how I use them to get the makeup look that I want. So I'm going to be starting off by using a concealer just to cover any blemishes or under eye circles that I have. So first things first, I'm just going to be covering my under eye circles. I also like to apply it in this little area here because I find that I do get darkness there. I'm going to be applying a little bit on my nose, and I usually add a little bit on my chin, a little bit here just because I have some redness, and I add some here. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. So I'm just blending this in using my fingers. And sometimes I will also add a little bit of my concealer right here because I find that I have a little dark spot here and I have no idea why, but I always do. Now if you want to, you can use a primer as well just to diminish any pores or combat any redness, but I choose not to just because it's my morning routine. I only have 3 to 5 minutes and I just need to get out the door. So now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going in with a highlight colour from my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. So the colour that I'm going to be using on this palette is called Lyric, and it's this one right here. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be placing it under my under eyes, and I find that this really conceals any dark circles that weren't properly and efficiently concealed with my concealer. Taking my Real Techniques foundation brush. Now this is a brush that I use for pretty much every single thing I do because I just feel like this is such a great all-purpose brush. I'm going to be, oh look at that. So I'm going to be using this, tapping it into this colour here, just tapping the brush to get rid of any excess. But I try and avoid getting it onto my nose because then it gets a bit awkward because I've just highlighted the wrong part of my face. So the next thing that I do is taking my Shade and Light palette again, I'm going to be using the lightest contour colour, and that is this colour here, and it's called Subconscious, and I'm just going to be lightly contouring here, here, a little bit up here and here. Oh my god, itchy nose, itchy nose. And now we're going to do the basic fishy face. And sometimes I will add a tiny bit of this Subconscious powder just to this area here. This is such a funny face, but I'll just add it here because then your lips will look larger. Not that I really need to because my lips are already quite big, but I like to do it anyway. And my special little tip that I use to really enhance my contour and make it look like I've got some really set cheekbones is I will be taking the darkest colour on my Shade and Light palette called Sombre, which is this one right here, and I will be taking a very small amount. That's my tip, make it small. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be completely focusing that in applying it right here, just so it looks like I have quite a shadow. You guys will see what I mean when I applied it. So what I'm going to do is this. And as you can see, it just adds that little bit more of a shadow. So that's pretty much it for my contouring, and now we're going to move on to eyes. Now for eyes, I pretty much try and achieve the same thing, which is just a nice bronze and highlight. That's pretty much the theme for everything on my face. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking a colour from my chocolate, what's it called? Oh my goodness, I don't know what the name of the palette. Oh no. I'm actually not too sure as to what the colour is, but I'm going to be taking my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette and just let me open it. I'm going to be taking this colour right here, and oh my goodness, this smells so good. So for those of you that have the palette, it is the colour below this green colour which is next to this. I'm sure you can kind of see where it is. So I'm going to be taking this colour here, and I add quite a lot to my brush. all I'm going to be doing is just adding that to where I see a natural shadow in my eyes, which is just here, and we just kind of blend everything. So as you can see, I've added quite a nice touch to my eyes, just increasing that little shadow in your crease, increasing the crease, as we do, yes. And now we move on to the fun part. So what I'm going to be doing is, this is kind of the main thing, it's kind of the main part of this whole makeup look, and it is the highlight. So obviously I'm going for a very bronze look, so the main thing is contouring and highlighting. And this is the highlight that I use. It is the NARS Albatross. So this is what the front of it looks like. NARS Albatross, and if you open it up, it's beautiful. It's this gorgeous like yellowy highlighter, and I pretty much put this on my whole face. So you can take a highlighter brush. Usually in the morning I don't have time to be specific about brushes, so I would just take the same brush that I always use. I just use everything because I have 3 minutes, so I don't have time to be like, where's my highlighter brush? And I'm going to be dabbing it in, and I will be applying it to pretty much every high point on my face. So that's just here. I'll add a little bit to my chin, and I like to add a little bit onto my nose, just in the middle, and a tiny bit onto my forehead. And then I'm going to be using my fingers for this part, and I'm getting quite a lot, and I'm just going to put it onto my, what's this called? Angel's bow or something? This area here. Using the same highlight color again, I am just going to be taking some on my eyeshadow brush. By the way, this is the ELF Professional Blending eye brush, and I apply this into my inner corners. So applying quite a lot into my inner corners, and this is my favorite part. This is like what makes it, this is what makes this makeup look. I love to apply some right into the middle of my eye. So adding it right to the middle of my eyelid, and that just kind of makes my eyes pop, makes them look a little bit bigger, and just blend a bit. And lastly for eyeshadow, I'm going to be taking a little bit of the highlight and just apply a tiny bit, not really, quite a lot actually, under my eyebrow. So now I've pretty much done everything that I need to do with shadows, and now we have the mascara and lips next. Now, you guys can do something with your eyebrows, but if I'm in a rush, I usually don't do anything with my eyebrows. I do get them tinted quite regularly, so I don't really have a need to like fill them in or anything. But yeah. So now I'm going to be using my They're Real mascara by Benefit, and I am going to be applying this because yes, that's what we do with mascara. And I like to focus it on this outer bit here because I like to look like my eyelashes are like growing and then getting bigger. You guys are probably like, what? I'm like, yeah. I like them. I like my eyelashes to grow.
6.5 hours later.
But I like to go quite light with the bottom lashes, not too much. Okie doke. And last, I will grab my EOS lip balm, apply this. And the last product I'm going to be using is my NARS lip gloss, and this is in Orgasm. Hey, so I hope you guys So I hope you guys enjoyed that tutorial, and I hope that you guys try it out, and if you do, definitely send me a photo on any of my social medias. I'll have them all linked down below. Also, I want you guys to know that My camera's about to run out, so I'm stressing out. You guys know how YouTube works. If you guys haven't already, I would love it if you guys would subscribe, and then you can be part of our little family of makeup junkies. And I'd just like you guys to know to spread love, not hate, and have a beautiful night or day. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!